Joe Goldberg, now going by Jonathan Moore, has officially stopped running from who he really is. And the finale doesn't just drop the mask, it straight up throws it in the fire. So it all starts back in London with a flashback. Joe finds Marianne, and for a second it seems like he might finally do the right thing. She calls him a murderer and he lets her go, or so we think. That was Joe lying to himself. Turns out he actually drugged her, kidnapped her, and locked her in a glass cage across from Reese's favorite restaurant. The big twist this season? The Eat the Rich killer wasn't Reese Montrose. It was Joe. Reese was just a projection, a figment of Joe's broken mind. Reese was real, sure. He's a famous author turned politician. But the Reese Joe was talking to, the one doing all the killing and egging him on to murder Kate's dad, that was just a figment of Joe's imagination. It turns out that Joe had a psychotic break after kidnapping Marianne, and the Reese in his head was just a darker version of himself, guiding him deeper into his killer instincts. That was Joe talking to his darker self, the part of him that always finds a way to justify the bodies. When Joe kills the real Reese, thinking he's saving Marianne, he finds out the guy didn't even know who he was. That's the moment Joe snaps. His mind shatters completely, and it finally hits him. He's the villain in his own story. The murders, the cage, the gaslighting, it's all been him. But here is where it gets dark, even for Joe. After finding Marianne unconscious from the pills he left her, he assumes she's dead and dumps her body in a park. What he doesn't know is Nadia helped her fake the overdose using beta blockers, so Marianne escapes and Joe is none the wiser. After a nightmare featuring all the women he's harmed, Beck, Love, and Gemma, he jumps off a bridge hoping to finally break the cycle, but of course he survives. And when he wakes up, Kate's there, all ride or die, saying she took care of everything. Her dad's dead, his murder's cleaned up, and she's inherited the family empire. Together they head to New York City to start a new life. By now, Joe's completely accepted who he is. He kills Edward, Nadia's boyfriend, and frames Nadia for it. Just like that, the one person who was close to exposing him ends up in prison. In the end, Joe isn't hiding behind fake names or pretending to be better. He's rich, in love, and finally free to be his full murderer self. With Kate covering for him, and the scariest part, he actually seems at peace with it. No more guilt, no more illusions, just Joe and the monster he's embraced. Lady Phoebe has one of the more heartbreaking arcs. She starts off as this sweet, naive rich girl, but after getting kidnapped by a delusional stalker named Dawn, her mental health crashes. Adam, her sketchy fiancé, who only wants her money, keeps pushing for marriage, but Phoebe finally sees through him and says no. In the end, after a breakdown at their wedding party, she goes to a clinic and later decides to leave everything behind. She moves to Thailand to teach kids, which is probably the best possible ending for her. Then there is Roald and Connie, two rich jerks who stay rich jerks. Despite all the chaos, they pretty much go back to partying at Sundry House like nothing ever happened. Reese's whole Eat the Rich mission clearly didn't change them at all. And finally, Kate, she chooses to be with Joe even after he confesses to being Joe. So now they're a power couple in New York, with her running the company and Joe being rebranded as a survivor. Publicly, he's a phoenix who rose from the ashes. Privately, he's fully embraced his inner monster. The final scene says it all. Marianne's safe back in Paris with her daughter. Joe smiling on magazine covers, playing the part, but now he doesn't even pretend to be the good guy anymore. Season 4 ends with Joe finally accepting who he is, and that's the scariest part. The mask's off, Joe's not trying to escape the darkness anymore, he's living in it, thriving in it, and with all that money, power, and a partner who knows everything but still stays, he might be unstoppable now.